thought to bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in the deep minutes.
It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see Jameis Winston. He wasn't afraid to sling it last week. Well over 500 yards in that game. It's the Saints and the Cowboys on Thursday night primetime.
From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. A look at the numbers from Penny last week. 20 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Throwing. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice read.
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Winston. He'll get this to his running back, Benjamin. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Winston. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
Excellent job there defensively. They gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Going to Goes for a right side here, complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. To the air again with Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And this is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. On the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take him downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? It's who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early on.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Penny, a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does in the best.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, that's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken out. An 8-play drive to this this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Prescott now.
Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Holding offense.
Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Prescott on play action. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive.
Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game 2, so I would agree with you totally on that.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one is incomplete.
The Saints had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is if they come out of that loss to stretch, they just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And they bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 1st and 10, Winston.
And that is incomplete. Coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Winston. He'll get that complete to Hunter Bryant, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Carry here for their fullback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On the ground, Benjamin. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run again with Benjamin. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On the run is Benjamin. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break.
First down, Winston. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's Winston. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final play of the half, Prescott. So we've reached halftime at a low score.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Holding. Receiving team.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out their field position at the least.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They run it with Benjamin.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
4th down, Winston. Throws right side, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Winston now. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Oh, nice move. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 10-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And
Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Winston.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Now Winston on 4th down. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now Winston. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Jameis again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Jameis now on first down.
Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. 2nd down and 8.
Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 3rd down, Winston. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he takes this just a few yards shy in the red zone before going out.
The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
To the air again with Winston. That's out to Hill, right side complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Winston now to throw on first down. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
This is Benjamin. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. This is your game, baby.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. On 2nd down, here's Penny. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
New Orleans offense back out and ready to go.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. A 1st down throw for Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 47 yards.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Now Winston.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And Carter, we got a tie game here in the 4th. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Both Team's working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32.
Type of running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Now Prescott.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And he's got his man on the out route. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Jameis to throw it. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down, Benjamin. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st and 10, Winston. Out left side here to Bryant.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 2nd down and 7.
The slot man in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd down now, Benjamin. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. So Dak and the Cowboys down 13-10, 26 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
Prescott.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
To throw, Prescott. Pass complete to Edwards-Helaire. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short game. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Dak. Able to find Gallup. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Now Prescott.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Prescott.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the...